And actually that is another embellished paper clip. These are just so much fun to do. This again's on a corrugated piece of cardboard and some cheesecloth and some scrap paper and a Peter Rabbit on there. And glued a Admit One ticket on the back to hold that paper clip on there. So here's another little piece of ephemera card and a gardening one and a bingo page. So I'll put those all back together. And I glued this little Mama Bunny dressing Peter. And here's a little fabric tip up with some colored lace, and I stamped some ladybugs on that and just a little piece of paper lace. And here is a tip in that I did, and this is another sweet picture of a lady holding not only a rabbit but her cat, and looks like her little daughter with a giant bow. She's holding a bunny also. So I've got coffee dyed cheesecloth on here and different pieces of ephemera glued together, and there again is another charm. So again, that could be more journaling as well as back behind that. This was a lot of fun. This was, I watched a tutorial on YouTube from Wendy's journaling, Wendy's journaling adventure. Anyhow, she's a great lady that lives in Canada. And so Edith Holden, she was an author and did fantastic illustrations and all about gardening and plants and things. So this was made from the old book pages from her book. So this is held together with muslin. It's stitched on, and those are a couple of flowers I crocheted on some old lace. And here's some coffee dyed paper for a notebook that I stamped and colored little bird's nest on. And here's a pocket on this side. So this was really cute, and it's very, very sturdy too. So that was a lot of fun to make. Need a few of those. And on here is a kind of a bejeweled dragonfly charm. And there's the back of that. Again, some more doily paper, garden sheet. And there's another one, garden sheet. This is a greenhouse, and I tucked a little mouse airing out some laundry, it looks like there. And here is some old sheet music that I made a tuck spot out of, and decoupaged on there, and some little embroidered lace. And there's a flash card that says spring, and again another sweet doily paper. And there's a tuck spot on this side, and again a couple pieces of ephemera that's good for journaling. And here is again another tip in with a journaling of gardening page on that with a glassine envelope. And this is actually an envelope from our junk mail that I've covered in various bits and pieces, and that's an actual old stamp, a 4-cent stamp on there. And here, this is some paper I downloaded. It's very nice. You can do some journaling on that as well. And here's another embellished paper clip. And I've stamped on muslin a little bee and glued a little flower. And this is some Tim Holtz ephemera. This on some cheesecloth and some various ephemera behind that. And here's another picture of Beatrix Potter, and this is, I think, when she's probably 20s or 30s. And she's walking her bunny rabbit, as one does on a little piece of string. So there again, they could do some journaling behind that, and that's on a gardening page. And some sweet carrots on polka dots, and a little squirrel on this one. And on this page, there's a hidden pocket between these two pages. And what that is, it's like a tag that's been hinged and has lots of room for journaling in that as well. this back. And then this is an envelope that I glued between the pages, and it's made out of an old book page. And again, there's some more journaling space and a pretty butterfly that's glued on that. It's a Tim Holtz piece. Beautiful images from Beatrix Potter, and some colored lace. And this again is more junk mail. This was an old envelope that I covered, and I don't know if I slipped in it. I think I left this blank. So that's available to slip something in there. And in this text spot, I did some stenciling, and I did a little ladybug there and glued this little squirrel on this. And so there is some ephemera. And I thought this was a lot of fun. This looks like a matches, like a matchbook. And there's some coffee dyed paper that becomes a little journaling spot or note card, note paper. So that's tucked in there. And over here is another tip-in with the bunny and a butterfly and the little ladybugs. And in this is just some paper, some real pretty paper folded up. Isn't that pretty? So that's in there. And again, I decoupaged on this. On this page, all I did was put an old stamp, a 3-cent Liberty stamp on there. And glued little Peter on there, having some carrots. Here's a little pocket that I put on that page. And this is just some paper, some coffee dyed paper it's a little note journal. Tuck that back in. And then I thought this was so sweet. I decoupaged this little baby duck on this tag. And this is hand dyed seam binding ribbon. And again, this is a little matchbook paper, coffee dyed paper for just a little bit of journaling or just a few notes. So that's tucked in that spot. There's Peter Rabbit. Here's on this page we've got orange and green buttons on the signature threads. And turning this page, we've got a big butterfly charm. Here's a tuck spot. In here is more journaling paper. And if all this journaling paper and tags were removed, this book wouldn't be as hefty as it is. So that could certainly be done too. Here's a cute little envelope. And on here I decoupaged this little duck on this tag. Slip him back. And then on here's a little tip out spot. And this was something a lot of fun I made. There's a lady who owns Creative Cafe Girl on YouTube, and she did a tutorial of how to make these, and she calls it a winged paper dolls tutorial. So this is a Tim Holtz paper doll piece, and her dress, she's actually about this tall. She's got a skirt, and these are her feet. And so you cut her apart, and you give her a fabric skirt. You actually sew it on paper and tear it away, and elongate her legs. And I've glued her down on this tag and gave her these pretty wings. I hand dyed this seam binding, and I dyed the back of the card to match, and I thought that was real sweet. I thought she was real pretty. She makes for a gigantic tag, lots of journaling spots. And so I've got her tucked back there, and here's some more lace, and again, this is a old stamp. This is 15 cents. So here we've got another page that I stenciled, and there's just a little figure from a Beatrix Potter story. Here's another tag that I embellished and did multiple layers on, and the Tim Holtz paper dolls, and here's a little bird and the flowers, and there's a butterfly charm on there, and with sari silk. and on a coffee dyed tag, and that's all decoupage behind them from a napkin. And here is a charm of a little old thatched birdhouse, it looks like. And here's old Mr. McGregor. And in here we've got some more stenciling and a little ladybug on this pocket. And here again is another pretty doily embroidered linen piece. And here's a tag that I put together with Peter Rabbit. He's decoupaged on there and a little bit of this paper trim. And running away. So here's the other half of that junk envelope. And I did put something on this side for some journaling, and stamp the bunny and some old sheet music, and those are just a lot of fun to do. And here again I decoupage a sweet little duck on this framed piece. And there's some more. Here's some more of that Mary Lake Thompson fabric. And another sweet piece. And on this, here we've got another one of those hidden pockets. And on this one again, a piece that's got plenty of journaling to do on this. And here's a text spot of the rabbits with this little card that's been decoupaged. So gardening sheet, and stuck a little strawberry on this fabric tab. And again, there's gardening. Here's another, this is a seed packet. This is from a different fabric. So cute. And then the mason jar with the flowers on it. On old sheet music. Here's a little pocket with a little mouse that's cleaning, and little roses on that one. Gardening sheet, and on this one we've got, I put an angel wing with a charm that says believe. And there's a gardening again, and Peter Rabbit. And this is the final picture I have of Beatrix Potter holding a rabbit, and this is in her later years, I think. So on this page with Peter, and again here is an embellished paper clip. Like I said, these were just so much fun to make. And this is the last little pocket, and it's got a decoupaged piece on this coffee dyed tag with a couple little running bunnies on it and the carrot fabric. So that is this book. It is a chunky book, and I like the look on the side here. I wanted this to look like lettuce leaves and carrots, so I thought it did that. So it really gives it the gardening bunny vibe. So I hope you enjoyed this. It was so much fun to make. Like I said, this was supposed to be half this size, and I just could not stop. So anyhow, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope this encouraged you to go out and be creative and make something fun. Thanks for watching. Bye.